turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray now on first down. That ball complete to Isabella. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure that you would call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Throw caught here by Bird.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 money. Watch the screen, showing up. Spones, no.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing again, Murray. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready? Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, check. Now.
On the ground with a tight end. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 1st and 10, Nolan setting up the screen for Cook. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun. Nolan. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's third down.
Down, 90 Wolf. Here we go. Here we go. Alert flash. 61, matchbox lights. Under 10, under 10, 10. I go. Shoot.
From the gun, Nolan. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the out, watch the out. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Down at first, carry for Chase Edmonds. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and 2, and here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check nine, check nine.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big run by Kareem Hunt. 45 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Nolan. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nolan. The throw complete to Beebe. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 50. Check 50.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Back to throw. Nolan, open man is Thielen. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was something.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The 2nd quarter score from KC. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54 on your...
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First down, Arizona.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and 5 now. Murray, and finding the tight end Wilson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Rip left. Check 31, check the backer. Check.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. Whip. Watch long.
Draw play, Edmonds. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Can this Vikings D hold up one? And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Dances by him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Alpha.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
He's time to get it.
2nd and 11. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nolan. It's complete to Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Down. 8, read.
Hey, we have you on the edge.
edges, heavy on the edges.
To throw on second down. Nolan going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Delta, hurry, hurry.
From the gun, Nolan, he's going to rifle one deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Slam, slam, slam. Nice throw. Slam on. Slam, slam, slam. What? 36.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. That's it. That's right.
Now Murray throwing on second down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey, defense, let's go. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check, check, check.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Right there, 54 ready? Shoot! Big ass.
From the 39, Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Murray now, just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. Now Edmonds. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, watch the slant. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check, Palmer. Put it 2. Check, Palmer. Check 99. Check 99. Shit. Watch the shit.
They'll run with Edmonds again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll try the left side. It's Burgess. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mark 30-yard. Exit, exit.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on first down. Nolan. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready, ready.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Get it.
They'll look to throw again. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kareem Hunt with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Hunt going to run for it. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. 54. Awesome. We better bring it.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Squeeze. Check.
Bang, 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 bang.
Watch twist.
On second and 15 now. Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Mike's 5-4.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Mike's 54.
Throwing on third and long. Murray. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards.
First down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Bandit. Kill. And Togo. Check 43.
To Edmonds on the toss. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Switch. Back. Watch the twist.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to slither by. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Jordan Hicks brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on second down. Nolan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw. Nolan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And again, they run with Edmonds. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. Edmonds looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Stop. Mike 51, Mike 51. Check. 51's the Mike, 51's the Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Arizona, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure like it's summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Said I'm getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
Time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Defense wins championships, baby.
First carry for Darius Geis. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second and 12, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hubbard. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Redskins 7, Browns 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Browns take over. Who's got this? At their own 25-yard line.
We go! 90 Wolf! Watch tight, watch tight! Tight and right, tight and right! We got 4.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
20.
3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
32-jet bomber. 32-jet bomber.
It's 2nd and 8.
Yo, go, go.
33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. These two teams all tied after one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Get it.
A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Slam. X3. 218. Chopper.
Looking to throw. DeMarco under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
Here we go.
And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Redskins scoop it. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Geis alone in the backfield here. Second and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Throwing now is Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. 53.
They go with Chubb on second down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Hey. Watch QB's up. 5.
To throw on third down. DeMarco. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
You ready? Grace down. Yes.
It's going to be a long day.
Check. Right up.
A give, Eckler running to the right. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready. 60 yards. Big grip.
There's some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now it's the backup, Newton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
21. Hey, Haywood. Mike 51. Right here.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Two. Hey, Mike 7. 44, Mike 44.
In your face.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and short.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
12.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Shoot.
To throw again, DeMarco. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, DeMarco. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw. DeMarco. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Like 80.
You got block me. You got
White.
You got man.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Seibert's kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Looking to throw. DeMarco on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go. 180. 65, 65. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Here we go.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
61, matchbox, lights.
Out of the gun, Geis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Garoppolo. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead.
the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.